Grand rising to all the gods and goddesses. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are elevating high every single day. I hope you are meditating, having a healthy diet. You're doing your sun gazing every chance you get. You are out there exposing the sun so that you can ascend high and activate your Merkaba, your abilities, activate your chakras, and wake up your kundalini from the base of your spine. It is very important. You are a spiritual person, you're a spiritual being. You are here to help Mother Earth put up everything into a divine perspective again, so that everybody can live in a highest vibration as best as they can, right? You are here to bring the change. You are part of the 144,000 people, 1,080,000,000. You are part of this great collective consciousness that brings forth nothing but great energy created into this world. And you've been doing a great job. For as long as you're still doing your meditations, you are helping the frequencies to be attuned into a right line of energy. And that is the best thing you can ever do for your children, the best thing you can ever do for this earth, and the best thing and the greatest thing you can ever do for earth. I mean, for the nature and all the natural living things, right? Your energy is doing great. And I want you to just snap and clap your hands proudly with this energy vibrating high inside of you as you manifest the greatness for yourself and the portals and dimensions. Right. So there's been some great improvement, right? And I want to share this with you guys. Okay. I told everybody on my TikTok video that, listen, guys, for as long as we are here on this earth, everybody's will go through the symptoms of ascension or ascending high, as long as you start to do your meditations and focus to build yourself and your higher self. Okay. No matter how strong you are, you will have to go through the symptoms. I myself as well, I'm going through the symptoms all the time. And this is just to purify and upgrade your DNA, your strand, and all of that. It makes you stronger, right? And we can have the same symptoms. Don't get this twisted or don't get it wrong. We can have the same symptoms, but we may not ascend the very same way, like I told you, right? And you have to know this, guys. Our conscious level spirit is the same, okay? It is the same, but our soul, unfortunately, has its own identity. We are not the same when it comes to the soul. Maybe a collective group of souls come from a same place. They're vibrating on the same level because they have the same tasks to do on this earth. It can be like that, but all the souls cannot be the same. Each and every soul has its own identity, right? Each and every soul has its own vibration and frequency, okay? Each and every soul comes from a different specific planet or a star or a galaxy or cosmos, right? So it actually makes sense as a way of balancing, because if everything comes in a very same place, then it can be easily destroyed and manipulated, not to ever expand, right? So it has to be scattered everywhere, all over. It makes sense. It's a true aspect of balance, right? Basically, it's a true aspect of balance, the yin yang, right? So as I'm saying, that's a great improvement. I've always been visited by my higher self in my in my traveling state moments all the time, right? And I would look upon my higher self all the time as I see that it is actually guarding and protecting me, that nothing can ever affect me because I'm invincible with the vibration which I'm at, which I will not tell you guys, but with the level of vibration or dimension I'm at, I'm a superconductor that makes me very invincible, not to be affected by anything or anybody or anything that is physical in this world, for as long as I'm still here and doing everything that I have to do. So I'll always look upon my higher self like this, right? 33rd tall. Let me say how to put this. 33 feet tall, right? A being which is my higher self. the improvement which I'm about to share with you is that now I have attuned and become one physically with it, right? Now I'm at a level whereby I saw myself having this embodiment, okay? The 33rd feet tall being, which is I myself on that vibration, I was in that level. I mean, I was in that traveling state. I've now become one with the power of my higher self. I've always been, don't get me wrong, I've always been attuned to my higher self within, right? But now it is manifested in a physical way, okay? To the point that I know that I'm not the only one. I'm just sharing my story and inspiring you guys with it. I know that I'm not the only one. What I'm trying to say, breaking down to you, is this: that we have um 12-footed beings that are active right now as we speak. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, you can count them all. I'm not the only one. Some of you are now always now going to start to realize this and be attuned to your true body, because that's who we are in the true aspect. That's where this word God comes from. The greatness comes from, right? Being able to build and destroy bigger things that are like very huge in a structure that is impossible to break down if you're just a person, right? It is like it is like how can I put this, 4 feet, I mean 4 feet, 6'5", fit person is unable to destroy like that unless if they're using a technology to do that, right? 7 foot, it depends. But as a gigantic being we are, I'm trying to say that be ready, that because a lot of you now, it's either you'll start to experience yourself in that way, you'll start to see yourself in that way, and you will then finally be at the level that you're ready to be one with your higher self in that act, in that stature, in a physical manner. This will manifest in the reality. Like, you will get people who will be able to have a control over it and start to transform like Hulk, because you do know that Hulk does transform. He's a normal person, but when he starts to actually have there's so much vibration happening inside of him, he starts to transform, right? And be the tall, gigantic being. That's who we are. That's what we are. So saying this, that this is an improvement, not only to me, I know that a lot of people also have now attuned to this higher self, especially the grandmasters of this earth. So we're coming close to a contact whereby now we will be able to manipulate ourselves and change into these original beings, right? And start to be this tall, gigantic beings, man, that can be unstoppable, that cannot be controlled. If it means that we have to go through that experience to take over our own planet, then we will do that and start to put things in a proper principle of divine intervention. So as I'm explaining this, it was so like, I was in my traveling moment when I was now my true aspect of the body. Man, I was really so amazed. It was so awesome. I was looking at everything down in a small figure, right? And I was just walking and roaming this whole entire earth. It was so it was just an experience which literally when I came out of that traveling, I wanted to go back. I'm like, no, man, I gotta have control over this body, man. I gotta know how to actually now turn it and transform it and switch it on back, and be this gigantic being, man. Because part of this, it makes everything easy, man. Like the abilities manifest even quicker. Everything that you're supposed to do, though, you don't have to work extra hard. You know that you can do this in a snap of a hand. And that's what everybody's going to be exposed to. As the flares are increasing every single day, man, You guys are realizing your abilities, and some are not even realizing it yet, but it will happen. Then all of a sudden, you start to transform and be like Hulk. The gamma radiation is activating you to be like that. That's what made Hulk to be Hulk. Because in that science room, they were creating all of that. That heat was generating all of that. I mean, all of that energy is what made a successful event for Hulk to be the way he is right now, to easily transform, right? To easily transform. And if you can see, like I always tell you guys, that we used to be green, not only green, but the brilliant color which we took off part of it was green. Because of the oxygen that we're breathing in is what changed our color to be like this, to be browns, to be dark, to be brown, all of that, whatever you want to call the colors which we have inhabited. Gold-like looking beings, you know, but gods. We used to take the form of different colors, man. Blue, green, yellow, purple, indigo. Those were our colors. Not so long ago, I was visited by extraterrestrial beings. They were blue in color, right? But to make this simple, even if you can look at our veins is green in color. That that will tell you, right? That will tell you that our original color was always and is green. You look at a young born child at the back of their body, at the back of their spine, there's color green. As she grows or he grows, now starts to adapt to a different, I mean, a color which we are most experienced to see, right? The melanin. But the original aspect of melanin is green. I mean, the green is a color of all things. Green is actually dark. It's the color of all things that makes anything possible, right? That is why you look at the leaves, the trees everywhere around you, they are green. Ask yourself why. Even if a flower, even if a rose or whatever is gonna be a different color, it first starts with being green first, man. It becomes green first before it can manifest in the color which is vibrating on, right? We used to control this vibration color brilliance according to our chakras. The heart chakra is green. What does that tell you? Everything is connected to the heart chakra. That is love, the pure essence of love. Everything roams around love. That is why they say love is power, because its color is green. And green is one of the strongest color. Not to say it's better than the rest, but it's one of the strongest color. And that's the vibration which we were at, the highest vibration. So the gamma radiations, man, are going to turn you into this gigantic being, man. It depends on what level of your tallness is going to be like. Whether it's 12 foot, 15 foot, 16.5, it depends. But I saw my figure. It was 33rd, 33, 12 foot. It was really awesome, man. It was a great experience. And I'm sharing this with you that if you're coming across this union with yourself, know that now you're moving closer in contact of being the superconductor of this planet. And sooner or later, I'm telling you, man, it's going to happen. You will hear that they found out an African person who's very tall and gigantic. It just happened. And is able to actually go back to its original body whenever he feels like it. Because remember, we need to take on this form whenever now we are in a threat mode. There's some things that are coming in this world trying to threaten the peace of the godnity. Right? I say godnity because we are not human. I don't want to say humanity. We are not humans. We are gods. Godnity. Goddessnity. You get what I'm saying? So that is that is supreme knowledge, man. And that's what I wanted to share with you, that there's an improvement. Please make sure that you expose yourself into the sun, man, every single day. Every single day. You'll realize that whenever you expose into the sun, you don't even feel any need to eat anymore. Because the energy of the sun is the food for you. That's how it always been. That is the source of your food, and they're trying to block it. Ask yourself, why are they blocking the sun? Ask yourself the simple questions. Why are they blocking out the sun with the clouds? because they don't want you to actually be in this gamma radiation activity. They don't want your DNA to expand. They don't want you to know the truth, who you really are. They don't want you to have such visions and dreams and troubling moments. They want to make your life a living hell so that you are missed by this divine intervention. And the only person who can allow that is not them, but you, because you're allowing them to mess up with your mind, to tell you things that you quickly run up to and believe. So everything that you're exposed to, make a research within yourself. Every time I speak of things which I'm talking about, make a research within your higher self. Make your research a best way which you know the source is okay, is going to give you something that is proper, which you're going to have understanding for you to be able to look into the information and the insights and see if everything that I'm saying is corresponding. Because everything that I'm saying, I'm not making it up. And like I tell you guys, everything that I talk about, it comes straight from my mind. I don't research these things, man. It's crazy, right? I don't research these things. They come from my understanding of my mind. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you, man, I hate reading. I don't like reading at all. Because the problem with me when I read, right, I've got this ability that I read so quick, then I get bored. I can read the whole entire book, man, in just days. Then it just becomes problem within my eyes because I'm actually going quick. I can't read slow, man. When I look at the words, I just run them. I just go through them like this. And I'm able to actually get that information and get those downloads. Sometimes I can even close the book and start closing my eyes and start to read it from my eyes closed. And somehow I'll be able to download information so that I just don't like doing that, you know. I just don't like doing that. So I actually exclude myself. I give you guys books to read, but I don't read books at all. So everything that I talk about is out of my understanding. And I want you to be a supreme being, man. That's what I want you to be. I want you to activate the God in you. Because yeah, right now you are God, especially if a person is watching this, but your God is not activated. So you want to do this. That's why I'm indulging you to actually do your meditations, your yoga, to sungaze, to being connected with the nature, to eat proper food and proper diet. This way, you can be able to manipulate energy and understand it even way better and see through who you really are, what you're supposed to do on this earth. And to all the people who are like, I find it very funny to the people which they call themselves vegans, right? Or people who say they don't eat meat, but they don't practicing any divine intervention. Why waste your energy? I'm not saying this in a bad way, but why waste your energy? Why waste your energy? You've got a superpower within, man. The fact that you have courage that you don't eat meat at all, you must use that energy to benefit you. You get what I'm saying? So, but yeah, anyway. Love and lies. I don't want to make this video very long. I love you so much. Make sure that you like this video. It is very important for the algorithm. The algorithm doesn't like people like us, people who are spreading knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. They want videos that twerk, show ass, and all of that, and you know, talk about guns and drugs and all of that. Like they support that. The algorithm, damn, and it pushes those videos. If you notice, it reaches like 1 million views. You get what I'm saying? But with the people like us, it is tricky. So it is important that you like this video for the algorithm so that it can be exposed to so many people. Because when it is liked more, then the algorithm has no choice but to push this video. It doesn't have a choice. And I want to say this today, guys, that whenever you come across any content that is spiritual, don't pass it without liking it, without commenting it, or without sharing it. That's how we grow and learn in this knowledge. We're making other people aware who are not aware of what is happening. You are playing a role in enlightening many people, man. It doesn't matter who it is. Anybody that is speaking about enlightenment, spirituality, waking up, rising high, right? Make sure that you share that it doesn't matter if this person is white, is black, is blue, is purple, is green, is yellow, is pink, is, you know, it doesn't matter. For as long as they are sharing knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to the mass, to the public, Make sure that you like that video, share that video, subscribe to their content, be updated. I'm telling you, man, you will start to grow in the spirit essence of life and light. I love you so much. Blessings to you. I give you all the light which you have already inside. Don't forget, you manifest things into your reality. I don't have the power, but you do. That's what it takes for you to make anything possible. Love and light. I feel so happy